Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine, and today we're talking about weddings.
That's right. We are having a wedding, but we're actually planning all the things out for the wedding.
That's right. So there are lots of things to think about when you're planning a wedding, and I don't think that the woman in today's dialogue has forgotten anything. Let's take a listen to the dialogue first, and we'll be back in a moment.
Trina, will you marry me?
Yes! Jared, of course I'll marry you.
Oh, babe, I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I can't wait for all the adventures we're going to have, for all the fights and the laughter. Can't wait to grow old and wrinkly with you.
Oh, Jared, I can't wait for our wedding. I hope you don't mind, but I've already chosen a date. 6 months from now in the summer. Melissa saw you buying the ring last month, so I had plenty of time to start planning.
She what?
Oh, don't worry, sweetie. I didn't know when you were going to propose. It was still a nice surprise. As I was saying, I've got it all planned out. There's almost nothing left to do. I wrote up our guest list, and we will have roughly 400 guests attending.
400?
No need to sweat it. My parents agreed to pay for most of the wedding, which is going to be a low budget anyway. So roughly 400 people, which means that the hall at Northwood Heights will be our reception venue. I thought it would be nice if we had the wedding at your parents' church, and my uncle, of course, would be officiating. We'll meet with him soon for some pre-wedding counselling. The music for the wedding ceremony was a no-brainer. My stepsister and her string quartet will take care of that. My cousin will be the official photographer. I thought it would also be nice if his daughter could sing a solo. Did you know that she's going to be a professional opera singer? And then, of course, the ladies at the church would love to be our caterers for the banquet, and we'll get the youth group to serve us. I was thinking that your friend's band could be our entertainment for the night, though they might have to tone it down a bit. Or we could hire a DJ. Your sister's husband could get us a discount with that company that does the decor at weddings. What's their name again? I was thinking that we could have an island paradise themed wedding, and our theme colour would be a soothing blue like aquamarine, and there will be a huge seashell on the wall behind the podium where we'll make our toasts. What do you think of small packages of drink mixes for our wedding favours? Who else am I missing? Oh, your uncle could be our florist, and his wife could make our wedding cake.
Oh, wow.
See, it's going to be wonderful. Oh, this wedding is going to be everything I ever dreamed of.
If I survive the next 6 months.
All right, we're back. So she talked a lot. So there are a lot of words and phrases here that we're going to take a look at. So let's start with a couple of them on language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
All right, so on language takeaway, why don't we start off with the first word and the basic one. Before you start to plan a wedding, the guy needs to propose.
Or the woman. Let's be 21st century here. Normally it's the man, but to propose in this instance means to propose marriage. So basically this is the part where someone gets down on his knee and he says, you know, sweetie pie, I want to be with you forever. Will you marry me?
Right.
To propose.
So to propose is to ask someone to marry you.
That's right.
But it can also mean something else, right? To suggest.
That's right. So I could propose an idea. Or I could propose a plan. But in this case, to propose has another meaning, and it's basically to ask someone to marry you.
Okay, very good. So now we've proposed to someone, so we need to start planning our wedding. And I think one of the first steps is you need to know how many people are going to be there and who you're going to invite.
That's right. So when you're planning a wedding, you have to think about the people that are going to attend the wedding. So you prepare a guest list.
Okay, so a guest list. Now, it's pretty simple, right? You have a list where you put everyone's name there and you know how many people are coming.
Exactly.
Okay, a guest list. Now you have your guest list, and now you need to pick a place where your wedding will be.
That's right. So we often talk about two parts to a wedding. The first part is the ceremony, the wedding ceremony. Maybe if you're religious, that happens in a church.
Okay.
But there's a party afterwards, and that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about a reception.
Okay.
A reception is basically the party part of the wedding where you drink and eat and listen to music and dance. So obviously for that, you need a space, a place to have the party, and we call it the reception venue.
Okay, a venue. So, as you said, the reception is the party and the venue is the place where you have it. Now, a venue is not a specific word, right? You can use venue for many different places.
That's right. So, for example, someone's having a concert. I can ask him, hey, what's the venue?
Okay.
That means, what is the theater, or where's this place you're going to have the concert?
Okay, so for example, a stadium can be a venue, or a restaurant can be a venue.
Exactly. So a venue is a place where an event can be held.
Okay, very good. So now we have our reception venue, we have our guest list, and the girl was talking about her uncle officiating. What does she mean by to officiate?
Okay, so like you said, the verb here is to officiate. Her uncle will be officiating. That means he will be the person who marries them. So maybe you've seen movies before where there's a priest who says, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife till death do you part?
Right.
That person who says that, the person who asks the questions, he or she it officiates.
Okay. Officiate. So that's basically the action of marrying someone or leading the ceremony.
That's right. And in America, this isn't just anybody. Someone has to have
Like a license.
Or has to be a priest and has to have the authority to officiate.
Okay. Very good. So that's a very interesting word there, to officiate. Now, moving on, when we talk about the food for the reception venue, well, we need somebody to cook it and prepare it, and that's when we hire caterers.
That's right. So a caterer is kind of like a cook, but a caterer basically arranges a meal for many people. And usually the person will bring the food to you. So, for example, if we're going to have a party, Marco, and we're going to throw it at a venue 10 miles away, the caterer will bring the food to us.
Okay. Okay, so that's a caterer. You get someone to cater your wedding.
That's right. Or cater a party. So I've had parties before that I've called caterers to make the food for.
Okay.
So basically they work with me and I tell them the kind of food I would like and they prepare it.
Okay, very good. And now for our last part for the wedding planning. You have the food, you have the venue, you have everything, but you also need to decorate a little bit. And this is when you call a florist.
Florist. So this sounds a lot like flower, right? Florist, flower. And then that's basically what this person does. A florist is a person who prepares flowers or who cuts flowers and uses them to decorate.
Okay, so you go to the florist to buy flowers, roses, and different types of things. Okay, a florist. Very good. So 6 key words there that are related to planning a wedding. Why don't we move on now to a couple of phrases on Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
All right, so this first phrase is a really good one. It's a little bit gross. We're talking about sweat. The woman in this dialogue says, hey, no need to sweat it. So what does this mean?
All right, so if you say to sweat means when you're running, you're doing exercise, it's hot, water starts to come out of your skin.
Yummy.
Right? But if the person says, hey, don't sweat it, or no need to sweat it, it's a colloquial way of saying don't worry.
Oh, okay. So we're not actually talking about sweat here.
No.
So maybe, Marco, you and I are working on a project together, and I say, listen, Marco, I'm so sorry. I have a family emergency. I can't finish the project with you. Would you be able to help me out? I'm so sorry.
Sure. Don't sweat it. It's not a problem.
Okay, so don't worry.
Don't worry. Right, so if you tell someone to not sweat it, don't sweat it, or no need to sweat it, you're basically telling them it's okay, it's not a problem, everything's going to be fine.
Great. So the next phrase here is also kind of relaxed. It's kind of laid back. So the woman is still describing some of the things she's prepared for the wedding. And she says, hey, listen, don't worry. The music was a no-brainer. Okay, no-brainer.
Okay, this is really easy. Well, your brain is inside your head, right? So if you say no-brainer, it's basically saying you don't have to think about it too much, or it's very easy, very simple.
Okay, so I was deciding on where to go on vacation, and the options were Thailand or Antarctica.
That's a no-brainer.
Right.
Thailand.
Obviously, I want to go where it's sunny and warm. So a no-brainer means I didn't even have to think about it. It was that easy.
Right. The
That's
decision-making was a no-brainer. All right, so for our next phrase, the girl was also talking about the music. And she was talking about a band, maybe like a rock band. And she said, well, maybe they could play, but they would need to tone it down.
Okay, so this is a favorite phrase of parents, I think,
Yeah.
all over the English-speaking world. Tone it down. In this case, we're talking about music. So maybe, like you said, the friend's band is a rock and roll band, and it's really loud and
Right.
angry and, in your face. But for a wedding, that's not appropriate. So to tone it down means to make it more appropriate for the occasion. So maybe less loud or
Right.
no offensive language or no swear words.
Right. That's basically what tone it down means, right? If someone says you need to tone it down, it's a little bit more direct. Yeah, like you said, if your parents tell you this, it's maybe because you're being a little bit too loud or you're yelling or you're being irrespectful.
Yeah.
So that's why your parents would tell you, hey, you need to tone it down a bit.
That's right. Or sometimes we have this in the office where someone doesn't understand how to communicate in a positive way. And so they say, oh, that paper you did was really bad. It was stupid. I don't ever want to see it again. Say, well, maybe you need to tone it down a little bit. Think about the words you're using
Right.
and make them a little bit less harsh.
So kind of to relax, to reduce your level of being aggressive, of being loud. That's to tone it down.
Exactly.
Okay, a lot of great phrases there. Why don't we now go back, listen to our great dialogue one last time, and we'll be back to talk a little bit more.
Trina, will you marry me?
Yes, yes, yes! Jared, of course I'll marry you.
Oh, babe, I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I can't wait for all the adventures we're going to have, for all the fights and the laughter. Can't wait to grow old and wrinkly with you.
Oh, Jared, I can't wait for our wedding. I hope you don't mind, but I've already chosen a date. 6 months from now in the summer. Melissa saw you buying the ring last month, so I had plenty of time to start planning.
She what?
Oh, don't worry, sweetie. I didn't know when you were going to propose. It was still a nice surprise. As I was saying, I've got it all planned out. There's almost nothing left to do. I wrote up our guest list, and we will have roughly 400 guests attending.
400?
No need to sweat it. My parents agreed to pay for most of the wedding, which is going to be a low budget anyway. So roughly 400 people, which means that the hall at Northwood Heights will be our reception venue. I thought it would be nice if we had the wedding at your parents' church, and my uncle, of course, would be officiating. We'll meet with him soon for some pre-wedding counselling. The music for the wedding ceremony was a no-brainer. My stepsister and her string quartet will take care of that. My cousin will be the official photographer. I thought it would also be nice if his daughter could sing a solo. Did you know that she's going to be a professional opera singer? And then, of course, the ladies at the church would love to be our caterers for the banquet, and we'll get the youth group to serve us. I was thinking that your friend's band could be our entertainment for the night, though they might have to tone it down a bit. Or we could hire a DJ. Your sister's husband could get us a discount with that company that does the decor at weddings. What's their name again? I was thinking that we could have an island paradise themed wedding, and our theme colour would be a soothing blue like aquamarine, and there will be a huge seashell on the wall behind the podium where we'll make our toasts. What do you think of small packages of drink mixes for our wedding favours? Who else am I missing? Oh, your uncle could be our florist, and his wife could make our wedding cake.
Oh, wow.
See, it's going to be wonderful. Oh, this wedding is going to be everything I ever dreamed of.
If I survive the next 6 months.
All right, so about weddings and planning out a wedding, do you think 400 guests is a small wedding?
No. I think this woman is out of control. In fact, in English, we have a word for a bride, or like a woman who's getting married, that describes someone who's completely nuts about the
really?
wedding. We call her a bridezilla.
Bridezilla.
That's right.
Like
So-
Godzilla.
Exactly. The movie Godzilla, he's a monster.
And he's out of control.
He's out of control. And a bride who's so obsessed with her wedding that nothing else is important, she is a bridezilla.
Now, it's a very big thing for a woman, right? For her wedding to be nice and perfect and everything. Do you think guys are more relaxed in this sense?
I don't know. I think it depends on the guy. As always, there are some people who want to be very involved and some people who don't care. But in general, I think men are less worried about the details.
They just as long as there's a wedding, it's fine.
Exactly. Although a lot of men, when the wedding actually happens, start to get very nervous.
Oh, but kind of like having doubts, maybe cold
Maybe.
feet.
Yes, cold feet. Like, should I get married? Should I not get married? Uh-oh.
I think it's very interesting because you see this in movies a lot. And I've always wondered how often or how common is it for a guy or a girl to say no or to leave a wedding when it has already started? Because, you know, you have invited all these people, all these friends and family, maybe people came from different countries, and food is paid for, venue. You spend so much money on a wedding, and for you to say no. I don't know how common it is. It's very common in movies, but I don't know anyone who's experienced this.
I don't either, actually, now that you bring it up. So maybe we could talk about this. Is this common in your country? First of all, do people spend a lot of money on weddings? And second of all, have you ever heard of someone actually leaving the wedding before they finished?
Yeah, during the ceremony, not before, during.
Weddings. Weddings hold a special place in cultures and societies around the world. They are more than just celebrations. They mark the beginning of a lifelong journey between two people who choose to be together. A wedding is an event where family, friends, and loved ones come together to witness the commitment of a couple and share in their happiness. It is a moment filled with love, joy, and deep emotions, making it one of the most important days in a person's life. Throughout history, weddings have symbolized love, unity, and the joining of two individuals as partners. However, they are not only about the couple but also about family, tradition, and community. In many cultures, a wedding is seen as a union not only between two people, but also between two families. This event strengthens relationships, brings people closer, and reinforces the idea of togetherness. The presence of parents, siblings, relatives, and friends adds meaning to the occasion, as they are there to support, celebrate, and share in the couple's happiness. One of the most important aspects of a wedding is the vows exchanged between the couple. These vows are promises that reflect love, commitment, and the willingness to support each other through life's ups and downs. The words spoken during the vows may differ from culture to culture, but the essence remains the same. The couple expresses their dedication to one another, promising to stay together through all of life's experiences. Some couples choose to write their own vows, adding a personal touch that makes the moment even more emotional and heartfelt. Others follow traditional vows that have been passed down through generations, connecting them to the history and customs of their culture. Another key element of weddings is the exchange of rings. In many traditions, the wedding ring is a symbol of eternal love and unity. The circular shape of the ring represents infinity, meaning that love has no end. When a couple places rings on each other's fingers, it signifies their lifelong bond and commitment. While not all cultures use rings in weddings, those that do consider it an important ritual that holds deep meaning. In some cultures, different symbols or objects are used to represent the union, such as necklaces, bracelets, or even the tying of hands together with a special cloth. These traditions show how different cultures have their own ways of expressing the meaning of marriage. Beyond the vows and the exchange of rings, weddings are filled with unique rituals and customs that vary across countries and traditions. In some cultures, weddings involve elaborate ceremonies that last for several days, filled with music, dancing, and festive celebrations. Others have simple and quiet ceremonies that focus on spiritual or religious significance. No matter the style of the wedding, what matters most is the love between the couple and the significance of the commitment they are making. A wedding is also a celebration of family values and traditions. It is a time when elders pass down wisdom, blessings, and guidance to the younger generation. In many cultures, the involvement of parents and elders is a crucial part of the wedding ceremony. They give their approval, share advice, and sometimes even play a role in certain rituals. This reflects the idea that marriage is not only about two individuals, but also about the merging of two families and the continuation of traditions. The emotional impact of a wedding is profound. It is a day filled with laughter, tears of joy, and moments that will be remembered for a lifetime. For the couple, it is the realization of a dream and the beginning of a new adventure. For the families, it is a moment of pride, happiness, and sometimes even nostalgia as they watch their loved ones step into a new phase of life. The emotions that fill the atmosphere during a wedding make it a truly unforgettable event. Weddings also reflect cultural diversity and heritage. Across the world, different cultures celebrate weddings in their own unique ways. Some weddings are filled with bright colors, intricate decorations, and lively music, while others follow simple and elegant traditions. Whether it is a grand wedding with hundreds of guests or an intimate ceremony with just close family and friends, each wedding carries its own beauty and significance. At its core, a wedding is about love, commitment, and the promise of a shared future. It is a day when two people stand before their loved ones and declare their intention to build a life together. It is not just about the celebration, but about the meaning behind it. The start of a journey where two individuals support and care for each other for the rest of their lives. This moment marks the beginning of a new chapter filled with hopes, dreams, and the belief that love will continue to grow stronger with time. The beauty of a wedding lies in its meaning and the emotions it brings. It is a day of unity, love, and new beginnings, making it one of the most cherished events in a person's life. Whether celebrated with grand traditions or simple rituals, a wedding remains a timeless expression of love and commitment, bringing together not just two individuals, but entire families and communities. Wedding traditions around the world. Weddings are celebrated in every culture, but the way they are conducted varies greatly from one country to another. Each culture has unique customs and traditions that make weddings special and meaningful. These traditions are often influenced by history, religion, and family values, making every wedding a reflection of the couple's background and heritage. While some weddings are grand celebrations filled with elaborate ceremonies, others focus on simplicity and spiritual significance. Despite these differences, all weddings share one common element: the celebration of love and commitment. In some cultures, weddings are not just a one-day event, but can last for several days or even weeks. For example, in India, traditional weddings are often celebrated over multiple days, with different ceremonies leading up to the main wedding day. These ceremonies include rituals such as the haldi ceremony, where turmeric paste is applied to the bride and groom's skin to bring good luck and glowing beauty, and the mehendi ceremony, where intricate henna designs are drawn on the bride's hands and feet. The wedding itself is often a grand occasion, filled with music, dancing, and colorful decorations. In China, weddings are rich in symbolism and tradition. One of the most well-known customs is the tea ceremony, where the bride and groom serve tea to their parents and elders as a sign of respect and gratitude. This ceremony represents the joining of two families and is considered one of the most important moments of the wedding. Another common tradition in Chinese weddings is the use of the color red, which symbolizes luck, happiness, and prosperity. Brides often wear red dresses, and wedding decorations feature red and gold elements to bring good fortune to the couple. In Japan, traditional weddings are influenced by Shinto rituals. The ceremony is often held at a Shinto shrine, where the couple wears traditional attire, the bride in a white kimono called shiro muku, which symbolizes purity, and the groom in a black kimono called monsuki. During the ceremony, the couple performs the Sansankudo ritual, where they take 3 sips of sake from 3 different cups, symbolizing the bond between the couple and their families. Japanese weddings emphasize simplicity, respect, and harmony, reflecting the country's deep-rooted traditions. In Western countries, weddings often follow a more familiar structure, with a formal ceremony followed by a reception. One of the most well-known traditions in Western weddings is the exchange of vows and rings. The couple stands before an officiant who leads them through the ceremony as they make promises to love and support each other for the rest of their lives. Another popular tradition is the white wedding dress, which became popular in the 19th century when Queen Victoria wore a white gown for her wedding. Today, many brides in Western cultures choose white dresses as a symbol of purity and new beginnings. African weddings are known for their vibrant celebrations, music, and strong sense of community. Different African cultures have unique wedding traditions that have been passed down through generations. In Nigeria, for example, Yoruba weddings include a traditional engagement ceremony, where the groom and his family formally ask for the bride's hand in marriage. This ceremony involves dancing, gift-giving, and blessings from elders. In some African cultures, the bride's family gives the groom's family a dowry or bride price, which may include money, livestock, or gifts, symbolizing appreciation and unity between the two families. Middle Eastern weddings are often grand and luxurious, with large gatherings and rich traditions. In many Arab cultures, weddings begin with a henna night, where the bride and her female relatives and friends gather for a night of music, dancing, and the application of henna designs on the bride's hands. The wedding day itself is filled with joyful celebrations, traditional music, and elaborate feasts. In some Middle Eastern cultures, the Zaffa is a special wedding procession with drummers, dancers, and musicians leading the bride and groom into the wedding venue. This energetic and lively entrance marks the beginning of the wedding festivities. European weddings vary from country to country, each with its own customs and traditions. In Greece, for example, a common tradition is the money dance, where guests pin money to the bride and groom's clothes as they dance, symbolizing good fortune and financial stability. In Italy, many weddings include the breaking of a glass. The number of shattered pieces is believed to represent the number of happy years the couple will have together. In Germany, couples may participate in a log sawing ceremony, where they work together to cut a log in half, symbolizing their ability to overcome challenges as a team. Latin American weddings are filled with warmth, love, and strong family values. In Mexico, a common tradition is the lazo ceremony, where a decorated rope or rosary is placed around the couple's shoulders in the shape of a figure eight, symbolizing eternal unity. Another well-known tradition in Latin American weddings is the giving of 13 coins, known as heiress, which the groom presents to the bride as a symbol of trust, prosperity, and shared responsibility. These customs highlight the importance of love, commitment, and mutual support in marriage. No matter the culture or traditions, weddings hold deep meaning for the couple and their families. They represent the beginning of a new journey where two people come together to share their lives, dreams, and future. The diversity of wedding traditions around the world shows how different cultures celebrate love in unique ways while still sharing the universal values of unity, commitment, and happiness. These traditions connect people to their heritage and remind them of the beauty and richness of cultural diversity. Even in modern times, many couples choose to honor their cultural traditions while also adding personal touches to their weddings. Some may incorporate elements from multiple cultures if they come from different backgrounds, creating a beautiful blend of traditions. Others may adapt old customs to fit their personal beliefs and lifestyles, while still respecting the meaning behind them. Regardless of how a wedding is celebrated, whether with grand ceremonies or simple gatherings, the most important aspect is the love and commitment that the couple shares. The traditions, rituals, and customs all serve to strengthen the bond between two people and their families, creating memories that will last a lifetime. Weddings continue to be a beautiful way to honor love, culture, and the joy of starting a new chapter in life. The journey of planning a wedding. Planning a wedding is one of the most exciting and meaningful experiences in a person's life. It is a time filled with joy, anticipation, and dreams of creating a beautiful and unforgettable event. However, Wedding planning is also a complex journey that requires careful organization, decision-making, and attention to detail. From choosing the perfect venue to selecting the right decorations, every aspect of a wedding contributes to making the day special and meaningful. While some couples enjoy the process and find it exciting, others may feel overwhelmed by the many details that need to be considered. Regardless of the challenges, the journey of planning a wedding is an important part of the experience, shaping memories that will last a lifetime. One of the first and most important steps in wedding planning is setting a budget. Weddings can range from simple and intimate ceremonies to extravagant and luxurious celebrations. Some couples prefer small gatherings with only close family and friends, while others dream of a grand event with hundreds of guests. The budget plays a crucial role in determining the scale of the wedding, the choice of venue, the number of guests, and other key elements. It is essential for couples to discuss their financial situation and decide how much they are willing to spend. Some couples receive financial support from their families, while others cover the expenses themselves. Regardless of the budget, careful planning and smart decision-making can help create a beautiful wedding that reflects the couple's love and personality. Once the budget is established, the next step is choosing the wedding date and venue. The date of the wedding is often selected based on personal significance, seasonal preferences, or cultural and religious factors. Some couples prefer a spring or summer wedding, when the weather is warm and flowers are in full bloom, while others choose a winter wedding for its cozy and romantic atmosphere. The choice of venue is equally important, as it sets the tone for the entire event. Some couples opt for traditional locations, such as churches, temples, or mosques, while others choose outdoor settings like gardens, beaches, or countryside estate. Unique venues such as castles, museums, or even boats have also become popular for couples who want a special and memorable experience. After selecting the venue, couples begin working on the guest list. Deciding who to invite can be one of the most difficult parts of wedding planning, as space limitations and budget constraints often require couples to make tough choices. Some couples prefer an intimate wedding with only close family and friends, while others want a large celebration that includes extended relatives, colleagues, and acquaintances. Creating a guest list requires balancing relationships, expectations, and logistics, ensuring that everyone who is important to the couple can be included in the celebration. The next major step in wedding planning is selecting the theme and style of the wedding. Some couples choose a classic and elegant wedding with soft colors, floral arrangements, and formal attire, while others prefer a modern and minimalist aesthetic with sleek decorations and contemporary designs. Cultural weddings often incorporate traditional elements such as specific colors, clothing, and rituals that reflect the couple's heritage. Destination weddings, where the couple travels to a different country or location for their ceremony, have also become increasingly popular. The theme of the wedding influences every detail, from the invitations and decorations to the music and food. Choosing the wedding attire is another exciting part of the planning process. For many brides, selecting the perfect wedding dress is a special moment they have dreamed about for years. Wedding dresses come in a variety of styles, from classic white gowns with long trains to modern, sleek dresses with unique designs. In many cultures, brides wear traditional attire that reflects their heritage, such as red dresses in Chinese and Indian weddings, or intricate embroidered gowns in Middle Eastern and Eastern European ceremonies. Grooms also have many options, from classic tuxedos and suits to traditional garments that represent their culture. The attire chosen by the couple plays a significant role in the overall look and feel of the wedding. Food and drinks are an essential part of any wedding celebration, as they bring guests together and enhance the overall experience. The choice of menu depends on personal preferences, cultural traditions, and dietary restrictions. Some weddings feature elaborate multi-course meals, while others offer buffet-style dining or casual food stations. Cultural weddings often include traditional dishes that hold special significance. For example, Indian weddings may serve a variety of flavorful curries and sweets, while Italian weddings may include pasta, seafood, and wine. Many couples also include signature cocktails or special drinks that reflect their personalities. Wedding cakes are another important element, with couples choosing from classic tiered cakes, cupcakes, or even modern dessert tables with a variety of sweets. Music and entertainment play a key role in creating the atmosphere of a wedding. Some couples hire live bands, orchestras, or DJs to provide music for the ceremony and reception. The first dance is a significant moment in many weddings, symbolizing the couple's love and unity. Some couples prepare choreographed dances, while others simply enjoy a romantic moment on the dance floor. In some cultures, traditional music and dances are an essential part of the celebration. For example, in Greek weddings, guests participate in lively circle dances, while in Latin American weddings, salsa and merengue are popular choices for the dance floor. Photography and videography are important elements of wedding planning, as they capture the memories of the special day. Many couples hire professional photographers and videographers to document the ceremony, reception, and behind-the-scenes moments. Some choose to have pre-wedding photo shoots in scenic locations, while others focus on candid moments throughout the day. Wedding albums and videos become cherished keepsakes that couples can look back on for years to come, reminding them of the love and joy they shared on their wedding day. Another important aspect of wedding planning is organizing the ceremony itself. Whether the wedding follows religious, cultural, or secular traditions, the ceremony is the heart of the event. Some couples work with officiants, priests, or religious leaders to customize the ceremony to reflect their beliefs and values. Writing personal vows has become a popular trend, allowing couples to express their love in their own words. Rituals such as hand fasting, candle lighting, or sand ceremonies add symbolic meaning to the event, making it even more special. The final stage of wedding planning involves preparing for the honeymoon, a trip that allows the couple to relax and celebrate their new life together. Honeymoon destinations vary from tropical beaches and luxury resorts to adventurous locations and cultural explorations. Some couples plan extravagant honeymoons, while others opt for simple and intimate getaways. The honeymoon is a time for the couple to unwind after months of wedding planning and enjoy the beginning of their married life. Despite all the planning, weddings can sometimes come with unexpected challenges. Weather changes, last-minute cancellations, and logistical issues can cause stress for couples. However, staying flexible and focusing on the true purpose of the wedding love and commitment can help overcome any difficulties. Many couples find that the best moments of their wedding day are the unplanned ones, the spontaneous laughter, the heartfelt speeches, and the joyous interactions with family and friends. The journey of planning a wedding is a unique experience that requires patience, teamwork, and creativity. It is a time when couples learn to communicate, make decisions together, and navigate the complexities of organizing a major event. While the wedding day itself is a beautiful and unforgettable occasion, the process of planning it is also filled with precious moments that bring couples closer. In the end, a wedding is not just about the decorations, the venue, or the details. It is about celebrating love, unity, and the beginning of a lifelong journey together. The emotional and social impact of a wedding. A wedding is not just a ceremony. It is an event filled with deep emotions, meaningful connections, and a profound social impact. For the couple, it represents the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. For their families and friends, it is a moment of joy, unity, and celebration. A wedding brings people together, strengthens relationships, and creates lasting memories. However, beyond the happiness and excitement, weddings can also bring emotional challenges. personal transformations, and societal expectations. For the bride and groom, a wedding is a day they will remember for the rest of their lives. It is a mixture of emotions, happiness, excitement, nervousness, and sometimes even a little stress. Standing in front of family and friends to declare their love and commitment is a powerful experience. The moment they exchange vows, they make promises that will guide them through their journey together. Some couples experience overwhelming emotions as they realize that this day marks the beginning of a lifelong partnership, filled with both joys and challenges. The presence of family and friends at a wedding adds to the emotional depth of the occasion. For parents, watching their children get married can be a bittersweet moment. They feel happiness and pride, knowing that their child has found love and is starting a new life. At the same time, they may experience a sense of nostalgia, remembering the years they spent raising and caring for them. Fathers may feel emotional as they walk their daughters down the aisle, and mothers may shed tears as they watch their sons stand at the altar. The bond between parents and children is often highlighted during weddings, making it a deeply touching event. Siblings, too, experience a range of emotions. A brother or sister may feel joy and excitement for their siblings' happiness, but they may also feel a sense of change. The dynamics of the family shift when one member starts a new life with their partner. However, weddings also strengthen sibling relationships, as they become an opportunity to share in each other's happiness and create new memories together. Friends play a significant role in a wedding as well. Many brides and grooms choose their closest friends to be their bridesmaids and groomsmen, giving them special roles in the ceremony. These friends offer emotional support, help with preparations, and stand by the couple during one of the most important moments of their lives. A wedding can also serve as a reunion, bringing together friends who may not have seen each other in a long time. It creates moments of laughter, joy, and shared experiences that deepen friendships. Beyond the emotions felt by individuals, a wedding has a larger social impact. It is a reflection of cultural traditions, social expectations, and community values. In many cultures, weddings are seen as more than just the union of two people. They are a connection between two families, bringing them closer and forming new bonds. In some societies, marriages are arranged by families, making the wedding an event that unites not only the couple, but also their relatives and communities. A wedding can also influence how society perceives relationships, love, and commitment. Different cultures have different views on marriage, and weddings often showcase those beliefs. In some places, weddings are seen as a necessary step in life, an expectation that every person should fulfill. In others, they are seen as a personal choice, something that happens when two people are truly ready. The way a wedding is celebrated can also reflect social status, wealth, and community traditions. One of the most powerful aspects of a wedding is the way it brings people together. It is one of the few occasions where multiple generations, grandparents, parents, children, and even great-grandchildren gather in one place to celebrate love and family. It is a reminder that, despite differences in age, background, or life experiences, love is a universal feeling that connects everyone. Weddings serve as a symbol of hope, reminding people that love, trust, and companionship are important aspects of life. However, weddings are not always free from emotional or social pressure. Many couples feel the stress of meeting expectations, whether from family, society, or even themselves. Some feel pressured to have a large, expensive wedding, even if they prefer something simple. Others struggle with family dynamics, such as conflicts between relatives or cultural differences that make wedding planning challenging. Another emotional challenge is the transition that comes after the wedding. While the wedding day itself is magical and full of joy, the real journey begins afterward. Adjusting to married life can be both exciting and challenging. Some couples experience a post-wedding blues period, where they feel a sense of emptiness after months of planning and excitement. Others find that marriage brings new responsibilities and expectations. However, for most couples, the journey of building a life together is filled with love, learning, and growth. Weddings also have a deep emotional impact on society as a whole. They serve as a reminder of the beauty of love and commitment. Whether people are attending a wedding or simply hearing about one, they are often inspired by the idea of two people choosing to share their lives together. Weddings bring moments of happiness, laughter, and inspiration, showing that love is a powerful force that unites people across cultures, generations, and backgrounds. In the end, a wedding is much more than a single day of celebration. It is a deeply emotional event that affects not only the couple, but also their families, friends, and communities. It strengthens bonds, creates memories, and marks the beginning of a lifelong journey. It is a celebration of love, hope, and the belief that two people can build a future together. No matter the culture, traditions, or style of the wedding, the emotions it brings are universal joy, love, and the excitement of starting a new chapter in life. The meaning and legacy of a wedding. A wedding is more than just a day of celebration. It is a symbol of love, unity, and commitment that extends far beyond the ceremony and reception. It marks the beginning of a lifelong journey for two people, a journey filled with shared experiences, challenges, and growth. But a wedding is not only significant for the couple, it leaves a lasting impact on families, friends, and even future generations. The meaning and legacy of a wedding go beyond the decorations, the music, or the food. It is about the bonds that are formed, the values that are upheld, and the love that continues to grow long after the wedding day is over. For the couple, a wedding is the official start of their married life together. It is the moment when they make promises to love, respect, and support each other in all circumstances. These vows are not just words spoken during a ceremony. They are commitments that guide the couple through the joys and difficulties of life. Marriage is not always easy. Every couple faces challenges, disagreements, and hardships, but the strength of their relationship comes from their ability to navigate these challenges together. A wedding is a reminder that love is not just about happiness and romance. It is also about patience, understanding, and a willingness to grow together. Beyond the couple, a wedding also strengthens family ties and creates new relationships. Marriage often brings two families together, connecting people who may have never met before. In some cultures, this union between families is just as important as the marriage itself. Over time, these connections grow, leading to new traditions, friendships, and support systems. Family members who may have once been strangers become relatives, and the wedding becomes the starting point of these new relationships. Weddings also have a significant impact on communities and traditions. In many cultures, weddings are deeply rooted in history, carrying forward customs that have been passed down for generations. From traditional clothing to specific rituals, every aspect of a wedding reflects the values and heritage of a community. Some couples choose to follow these customs exactly as their ancestors did, while others adapt them to fit modern lifestyles. Regardless of how a wedding is celebrated, it serves as a bridge between the past and the future, preserving cultural identity while embracing new beginnings. The legacy of a wedding extends even further when a couple starts a family. For those who choose to have children, their marriage becomes the foundation upon which their family is built. Children grow up watching their parents' relationship, learning from their love, respect, and teamwork. A strong marriage sets an example for future generations, teaching them the importance of commitment and partnership. Even for couples who do not have children, their marriage can still serve as an inspiration to others' friends, siblings, or younger family members who look up to them as a model of love and dedication. The memories of a wedding day last a lifetime. Photographs, videos, and stories keep the emotions of that special day alive, allowing couples to relive their happiness even years later. Many couples celebrate anniversaries as a way to reflect on their journey and remind themselves of the promises they made. Some traditions, such as renewing vows, allow couples to reaffirm their love and commitment after many years of marriage. These celebrations serve as reminders that love is not just a feeling, it is a choice that is made every day, a choice to stand by each other through life's ups and downs. Even in times of difficulty, the memory of a wedding can provide strength. Marriage is not without its struggles, and there may be moments when couples face misunderstandings, stress, or external challenges. Looking back on their wedding day, the joy, the love, and the promises made can help remind them of the foundation of their relationship. It can serve as a motivation to work through difficulties, to communicate, and to support each other. Weddings also leave a lasting mark on the people who attend them. Guests who witness a couple's love and commitment often feel inspired, whether they are single, in relationships, or already married. Seeing two people promise to stand by each other can renew faith in love, bring families closer, and even encourage others to express their feelings more openly. Weddings are events that celebrate love in its purest form, and that celebration has the power to touch hearts and strengthen relationships beyond just the couple getting married. In the end, a wedding is not just about the flowers, the dress, or the decorations. It is about the meaning behind it all. It is about two people choosing to walk through life together, hand in hand, no matter what the future holds. It is about the families and friends who come together to celebrate love and unity. It is about the traditions that are honored, the new memories that are created, and the inspiration that is passed on to future generations. The legacy of a wedding is love itself, a love that grows, evolves, and deepens with time. Long after the music fades and the guests have gone home, what remains is the commitment that two people have made to each other. That commitment is the true essence of a wedding, a promise that continues to shine brightly, shaping lives, relationships, and families for generations to come.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Having a lot of wrinkles. Wrinkly. Ask someone to marry you. Propose. Simple or that needs further changes, etc. Rough. The place where an event takes place. Venue. To perform the official duties of a ceremony. Officiate. Something so simple as to require no thought. No-brainer. Someone who provides food and service. Caterer. The way something is decorated. Decor. The way something is decorated. Decor. Someone who grows and deals in flowers. Florist. Souvenir with a small gift and given to a guest at. Favor. A celebrity who receives much acclaim and attention. Toast.
Let's try that faster.
The place where an event takes place. Venue. The way something is decorated. Decor. Something so simple as to require no thought. No-brainer. Having a lot of wrinkles. Wrinkly. Simple or that needs further changes, etc. Rough. Ask someone to marry you. Propose. To perform the official duties of a ceremony. Officiate. Someone who provides food and service. Caterer. Someone who grows and deals in flowers. Florist. Souvenir with a small gift and given to a guest at. Favor. The way something is decorated. Decor. A celebrity who receives much acclaim and attention. Toast.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Venue. Now that we know our numbers, we can choose our venue. Venue. Which venues were you considering for the concert? Venue. The venue for tomorrow night's gig is the chic new restaurant downtown. Officiate. Her brother officiated her wedding. Officiate. Who is officiating this contract? Officiate. His parents insisted that he have a justice of the peace officiate the wedding. No-brainer. Going to class is a no-brainer if you want to do well in school. No-brainer. The answer to that question is a no-brainer. No-brainer. Who I want to be my maid of honor is a no-brainer. Caterer. The caterers arrive several hours before the guests to prepare and cook the food. Caterer. Whoever was the caterer for the banquet was phenomenal. Caterer. I am hiring Gaston as my caterer for the event. Toast. I propose to make a toast to the happy couple. Toast. We made many toasts to health and happiness that night. Toast. The best man was so nervous that he stumbled through his speech and even dropped his glass during the toast.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. See you next time.